Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. I recently posted a video where I purchased 3 Scrawler boxes from their spring cleaning sale, and I opened the first box. I started digging into this one just a little bit before I started recording, so I got a little excited. So the first one I did was May 2021's box. This is going to be July 2021's box. So let's go ahead and dig into this one. And then the third will be the December 2021 box. Okay, so it looks like we have a drumstick that's bubblegum flavored. I'm not sure. It looks like it's a chew bar. I guess like a toffee or a taffy stick. The little end came off the brush in the box. A Pro Art Master Stroke Series 60 round. Doesn't really say a size on here. Maybe it'll show like a card with the size. Might be like a size 2 round. We have a straw and a pipette. I bet you're curious now, aren't you? This is what I'm super excited about. It looks like these tore during shipping, but that's okay. Here is the sticker that came with it. Oh no. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Oh, I hope they're not dried out in there. Maybe they're not punctured yet, but I'm really hoping, I'm so gonna be heartbroken if they're dried out and they don't want to work. Okay, so these are Marabou alcohol inks, and we have magenta, Caribbean blue, diamond sparkle, which is clear with glitter in it, and an extender. So I have seen a lot of different artworks and people using these for at least over the last year, and I have been wanting to try them since I seen them first come out. I think they're really cool, and recently a group that I'm in started doing neurographic artwork, and I had been talking to some of them about waiting on my piece until these came in. I had specifically picked these in plans to do a neurographic art piece. So I'm going to do a piece where I use these as the background and then do the neurographic artwork over the top. So when I go ahead and see if it turns out, then that'll be what I include with a time lapse, and then you'll be able to see, you know, what I'm talking about. And of course the Scrawler zine is their magazine that talks about the product and the artist and tips on how to use it, artwork that other artists created with the supplies in the back box before, which these are artworks that people use those Posca pencils from my last video from their boxes in, and it looks like people have created some amazing art with them. So I haven't tried them yet. As I'm recording this, I'm just recording them one after another, and then I will add to them. So there will be some actual time from recording till I post. So there's this that comes with it, and this is the kind of effect I have to look forward to when they are put onto the paper. They kind of bloom and spread out once they're dropped onto the paper, and they will bloom into each other. And this was done by Jess Kirkman, and it's got her contact information for her website and her Instagram account, information about her. And that is, again, they use their artwork that's included in the box to put as the print for their sticker for the month. And then we have an A5 Yupo pad. It's 10 sheets, 100 GSM. This is supposed to have a non-porous, acid-free, pH neutral synthetic paper where it's completely waterproof, stain resistant, and it's supposed to help the inks flow on it. So I can't wait to try this out. This is going to be great. So I'll go ahead and put this aside, and once I get the artwork done, I will go ahead and post the time lapse with it, come back, and then I'm going to do a review on them. And it does not say what size the paintbrush is, but it looks like it's the same exact size as the last one from the May box, and that was a size 2 round. So I'm going to assume that that is what that is, which is fine because I love having, you know, brushes with smaller tips for smaller details, so that will work great. I just got to remember to keep this one for the alcohol inks versus watercolor or oil or acrylic. So I'll leave that here for now, and I'll be back with the rest of the video. Okay, now that I've had a chance to get everything prepared, I'm going to go ahead and play around with this and see if this turns out. I have an idea for a piece. I'm hoping it turns out the way I wanted it to. I did go ahead and get these shaken up, and you are supposed to push them open with a push pin. Apparently they're really messy after you've given them a good shake. But when you have kids, office supplies are hard to find, so I went ahead and used the nail from this picture hanger. Works just as good. So let's give this a try, shall we? I really don't know what I'm doing, so bear with me. I'm just going to kind of drop random drops. And see what happens. Looks like it's spreading really well. I would suggest if you use these, open a window or have some kind of air movement, because the fumes of these are really strong. Like almost unbearably strong. Well, maybe this one's not open as much as I thought it was. All right, give me a minute. Okay, try this again. And this is just clear with glitter in it. This one just does not want to cooperate. Maybe it's the glitter clogging up. Oh. The opening. Oh, okay. Kind of drop them in between where the colors meet. I think that looks really cool. I love how it spreads into each other. And if you drop more than one drop in, it kind of makes rings. I really like how this is looking over here. Maybe a little bit more sparkle. Well, no, I like that spot right there. Let's try a little bit of the extender. See what happens with this. It might just push it some more. Yeah, I'm just gonna push. It's almost like fingernail polish remover. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry for a minute, and then we'll go from there. Well, they did come with a straw, and you can kind of push it around. Well, it helps blend it to make some purple. It does look like it's drying really quickly. Yeah, all right, so it's pretty much dry. I'm going to let that sit and dry, and then I will work on the rest of it. Okay, so now that this is dry, and as you can see, it feels like photo paper, but it's really, really shiny, smooth, and you can see the sparkles. I don't know if it's going to show on the camera or not, but it did have a nice sparkle to it. Once I put the extender on, there's some more some spots where it's more dull than the other alcohol inks, but you can still see some of the sparkle through. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but the piece I was going to do was a neurographic piece, and I thought this would be a great background to do for it, and then kind of go from there and add in my piece. So it's going to be a little different than your typical one where you just put the design down and then develop it. I just wanted to be a little different, add the background. I think I'm going to go ahead with the Spectrum Noir Metallic Gold Paint Marker for my design. And I know the idea is to make random scribbles for about 3 seconds or so before you continue with the piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So let's see, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay. So I guess I could have squiggled a lot faster if I would have been concentrating more on doing it really fast. But this will be good. It's just going to be a short, quick little one. And I know the idea behind it, from what I've been told at least, is to kind of fill in the intersecting points. I don't know how this is gonna look. So the intersecting points should be a little thicker. This gold paint marker seems to have gone on this really well. I'm really happy with it. So it would be great to use. There's other colors. I'm going to go ahead and stop this now so I'm not just sitting here in the quiet, and I will turn it into a speed lapse and then come back. Okay, so I just like to point out how neat this is. I was just doing the random squiggles and just the dropping of the alcohol ink in random places, and I kind of see a heart and even like a figure 8 on the dots. If I turn it this way, I see a heart here, and this kind of looks like a some kind of like a fly or some kind of insect. So it's interesting how that works out. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the whole heart and figure 8, like almost kind of like an eternity sign. So we'll go and do a play on that, and I'll go ahead and figure out how I want to work it out and create something from it, and then I will be back. Okay, welcome back. This is the finished product after I finished playing around with the inks. I tried to, you know what, let me turn on the light here. I tried to add some alcohol markers. I had Marabou, which is the red and the purple, and a Copic that was the blue, to see if it would go over the top. It kind of just got all gummy and mucky. I was curious as to why the gold paint marker lifted off when the alcohol inks touched it, and it almost dissolved it. I'm used to paint markers being acrylic based, and normally acrylic, once it dries, it's there, it's permanent. I was kind of baffled with this. So I did a little research, and I found out that the ink in those markers are water based, which makes perfect sense of why it dissolved once it got wet and lifted, especially since it was on a smooth surface anyhow, and it didn't have anything to hold the ink on it. Was I happy with this? No. I actually wanted to cut this part out because I think it looks so bad, but I felt kind of like I was cheating, even though it's not really a competition or anything I'd have to worry about cheating on. I just feel like I'd be cheating you guys. I think it's better to show you my mistakes versus hide them. That way you can see that, okay, this method didn't work. This happens if you do this. So then if you give it a try, you might be able to avoid the same issues that I had. So I went ahead and added this in. I think it would have looked better if I would have left it just this gold lines on top of the background. I would have been happy with that. I think it looked great. In the future, I think it would be a better idea if I'm going to put a picture with this as the background to maybe add the picture on the paper first and then drop the ink around the picture. Maybe that will help. Maybe even use some masking fluid to mask off a certain area so the inks can't flow past it. That will be something I need to experiment on. I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I've had a headache the past couple of days. This has been sitting, and I got extremely high on the fumes. It was to the point where I couldn't breathe. I was coughing up a lung. I had to open up my window. I had to turn on a fan and have it blow the air out through the window, pull it out of the room. I had to put on a mask just to be able to even tolerate the fumes. I did not see it beforehand, but they do give you a warning that they are extremely flammable and give off harmful fumes. So to use in a well-ventilated area, I wish I would have noticed that sooner. You think I would have thought about that, considering alcohol markers can do the same thing to you, but usually they're not strong enough that you have to worry about it. So I really didn't think that this would be an issue. So lesson learned on my part. I did notice that they give the estimated value in pounds in tiny print on their list. I calculated all of that together. Normally, the box for subscription is 22 pounds. That is shipping included. That comes out to $33.50 of value in the box. The box subscription in dollars is $27.68. So there was an extra $5.82 worth of value in this box for those who paid the normal subscription rate. I purchased the box on sale for 8 pounds, which was $10.07. Okay, so, and it was like 6 pounds, so little over $7 for shipping. And, you know, I got $8-9 worth of value out of this box from the sale price. So was I happy with it? I enjoyed the inks until I messed it up. I did find prices and research online. If I was to buy these items individually or even just all together myself without the box, it would come out to about $18 to $20 before shipping. It depends on where you would order it. The alcohol inks are about $4 a bottle. The brush is about $4. The paper pad for a pad of Yupo papers usually average around $10. So it would be cheaper to buy the items on my own. Do I see the appeal of getting them together in the box? Yes, it was a very well curated box. The marker, or not the marker, the paintbrush has a nice tip. It's really fine. It's great for detail, but it is not very good for pushing around a lot of the ink to try to move it around. I would not recommend such a fine brush for that unless you're specifically trying to add minute amounts of detail and color. I didn't even use the pipette. The brush, it's just a paper straw. I said brush. I apologize. Would I buy these items again? Not necessarily. I was really excited to try these alcohol inks out because I really enjoy my alcohol markers, and I thought, well, this will be really cool to see what I can do with the ink in the liquid form outside of the markers. If I can learn how to properly use these and come up with nice pieces, I might consider it. If I get them in another box, will I be upset? No, I will not. I will go ahead and use them. It's not going to be my favorite type of medium or something I touch hardly ever. I don't think it's going to be a go-to for me. But if I need a piece to where I need a colorful background, I may plan on trying the idea of blocking off an area with the masking fluid, see what happens. I plan on testing to see if it's better to put the picture in first and then go around it, or even just background with it blocked off, then add the picture. Kind of try both ways, see how that works. Like I said, I'm coming down off of the effects of those inks, and it's been sitting all week. It's been probably at least 3 days since I've done this. So I'm going to need some time before I'm ready to try again, because I've just been completely out of sorts since I've used those inks. So I am happy with the box, though. It was an interesting experience. I'm not mad. I don't feel like I wasted my money because, I mean, it is a good value for those who properly know how to use it and enjoy the challenge, but it's just not for me. So in the next video, I'm going to go over the December 21 Scrawlrbox that I also got from their sale. That'll be the third and final video for the sale series. And I will go ahead and do my review and time lapse with that as well. So that will be coming up. I hope you're here to see it. Thank you and have a good day.